Investigator Jason Knowles is here with a look at what he's working on for 10. Jason, thanks for joining us here on the 7 p.m. program. I know your report's going to air after the NFL draft on Channel 7. What did you find?
Well, you know, I'm just so surprised how many violators we found in such a short period of time. I think this is something that a lot of people do all of the time, and they may not even realize it. We went on a ride-along with Wheeling Police, and we actually found 3 violators within just 45 minutes, and I'm telling you, we could have found more all day long. There were plenty of people that we saw nonstop, but you know, there's a process here. They first have to see the person, then they have to pull the person over, then they have to write the ticket. So there are only so many tickets they can issue. Again, I think a lot of people don't realize they do this, but that's why we're doing the story, to bring awareness. And you know, people texting all the time, not holding the wheel, looking at the screen and not looking at the road. People holding up their phones, and they have one hand with the phone up, the other one only one on the wheel. So Wheeling Police, they took us out there. They issued a lot of $50 tickets. These are warning tickets. These are tickets people get and it doesn't go on their record, but hopefully people get these and realize that they did something wrong and they don't repeat the same mistake. There was also another ticket you can get for $164. This is a moving violation, a little bit more serious. Of course, this goes on your record, and if you get this, you can be in a lot of trouble if you get another one after that. And you know, this is really, really sad. It's scary. It can be very dangerous. We are actually also going to talk to one mother tonight of a 4-year-old girl. The 4-year-old girl died, of course, after she was struck by a car in an alleged distracted driving accident. So very sad here. This is a huge warning for people to watch out, to really think about what you're doing. The next time you get that text or that call, think about it before you take it.
So Jason, let's break it all down here on this Thursday night. What is exactly distracted driving? Is that eating while you're driving, texting while you're driving, listening to music? Break it down. And those tickets that were issued, were they mostly related to cell phones?
Right. Well, that's a great point. You cannot eat and drive. A lot of people don't realize that, and that is distracted driving as well. That may not be the most common one. All of the people that we saw and the violators we saw were either texting or their phone was up and they were talking with one hand on the wheel and one hand on the phone. Now, there is a simple solution. What you can do, you know, a lot of people don't have new cars, but what you can do is buy a mount, a cheap $12 mount to just go on your dashboard. There's a speakerphone right there, and that's the way you can talk if you need to be connected. Now, that doesn't solve the problem for texting. Of course, if you do have a newer car and you do have Bluetooth, there is the speak to text, of course, and the texting that you can hear. Someone sends you a text and you hear it, so then that way, you know, you're not looking down at that screen. You know, obviously, the best thing you can do is just ignore this altogether, pull over. If you really need to make that call or really need to send that text, just pull over or wait. Another thing I learned that was really interesting, and I'm not saying you should do this, but it is within the law. If you are stopped at a light, according to Wheeling Police, if you are stopped at that light and the light is red, you can put your car in park and you can call holding up the phone and you can text.
Wow, did not know that. There some of these phones too have a way to turn off your notifications, and there's a way just to eliminate the problem before it happens, so that you don't find yourself looking down and doing that as well.
Right, that's a great tip. I mean, you could put your phone on silence. You know, you could obviously vibrate. There's that option now for sleeping mode, or if you're just busy. You know, that's a new feature with the iPhone, and it's great, and it's very handy. It's also good if you're working too, but yeah, that eliminates the problem altogether, because then you're not going to hear that text and you're not going to hear that call, and you won't be tempted.
I know I've texted people before, and the return text that came back, it says, I'm driving, so I'm not able to respond to you. So
yeah, there's technology available. Jason, always appreciate you joining us here. That'll be tonight after the draft on ABC 7. We'll always post it here wherever you're watching us too. You can see Jason's report after it airs tonight, and then tomorrow we'll probably run it here in its entirety. So Jason, thank you.
Yeah, always great information. So insightful.